Okay, so this is Dan Cheadle. I'm one of the general partners in Tape Traffic. As you can see, this is our Tape Traffic training. We're going to be running um, 3 parts. This is going to be part 1. There's going to be a part 2 and a part 3. I recommend that you have some kind of a notepad. You can pause this. This is going to be recorded, but you can pause this, get yourself a notepad and pen. You're going to definitely want to take down some notes. This is also something that you can watch over and over again. So we're going to be giving you the link to this. And again, that'll be part 1, part 2, and part 3. So let's get started. If you have not, you'll be getting business cards. You've either paid for them or ordered them or whatever. They'll be on your way. This is an example of what the front of the business card looks like. To your right of this is one of our sales sheets that we use in our marketing. Pretty basic. We'll be getting more into the details of what we do with Tape Traffic as we go forward through this training program. You should, if not, please get a hold of us. As you'll see on the screen, everybody should have either an independent contractor's agreement with us, W-9. You should have order forms for what we do, sales, customer checks, credit card processing. If you are a marketing director, you'll be able to do this for your territory, where you'll be able to process your own checks, do your own credit card processing. However, we do offer that as no charge. If you would like us to handle all the incoming checks, do the credit card processing for you, and then turn around and pay you back each time a round is completed, it's either or. You can do it or we can do it. Either way, it works for us, and for you, the numbers are always going to come out the same. Sales order reporting. We'll get more into that as we get into probably part 3 of this presentation. We're moving into where we're going to be talking about the sales pitch and process. And because we do a number of different things, we do Tape Traffic, we do grocery sales, we do Spend 15, we have B2B Blast, we also do Local Community Blast. Local Community Blast will not be part of this training because it's more or less going to be duplicative, but anybody that's interested in Local Community Blast, which is our large 8x10 postcard that we use for direct mail, that's business to consumer. So in other words, your retail stores, restaurants, and virtually any business that, real estate, insurance, mortgage company wants to advertise their message to a zip code or 5,000 homeowners with their message, we can do that. It's called Local Community Blast. We've been doing that for a number of years. We're in a number of different markets, huge success. But it is pretty much the same thing that we do with the other ones, so that's why it's not being included. But if you have an interest in Local Community Blast, you can go to localcommunityblast.com and you can learn about what we have. If you have an interest in what we're doing there, you can get a hold of us, call us, talk to myself, talk to Glenn Small, and we're more than happy to talk to you about that program. So we're going to talk about the 15-second elevator pitch, very quick prospecting methods. We're going to be going over that, ways to get in the door, setting appointments, knocking on doors, cold calling, networking, and so forth. All of that will primarily be covered in this part 1. We recommend that you just take this training and go section by section, part 1, part 2, and part 3. When you're done with that, everything connects. So as we move forward, we'll get into Spend 15, which is really what we call our crown jewel, because it's really everything that we do is going to be built on that because it's very profitable. And if something is very profitable and you build around that, that becomes your crown jewel. Our B2B Blast is what we call our lead generator. Again, it pays you, and we're going to get into that. It's very exciting. We launched B2B Blast about 4 years ago in some select markets, and it was a huge success. We never got around to developing it. And the reason we didn't do that is because it didn't really fit very well in what we do. Now it does. B2B Blast really complements spend 15, our crown jewel. So we're going to get very heavily into that. We're going to talk about that and how every market should have B2B Blast up and running. We'll talk about leads, follow-up, creating a sense of urgency, and so forth. So those are all the things that we're going to be going over. Let's get into the 15-second elevator pitch. And this is kind of really basic. If somebody you're coming in contact, I guess first of all, let's get into what is a 15-second elevator pitch. My definition of a 15-second elevator pitch is if you run into somebody at a meeting, a business get-together, a meetup meeting, whatever, and you're shaking hands and somebody says, hey, Dan, what do you do? I'm going to talk about very quickly what I do, and it'll run something like this. Number one is I have a business called TapePart, and that helps drive thousands of new customers to the small business. We use a unique marketing system that's never been done before. That's what I do. And I want to leave everything open so that they can go, wow, that's really interesting. I'd like to learn more. Well, give me your card and I'll follow up. We'll do coffee. You don't want to throw up on somebody and say, well, here's what we do. We do this mailing system, and we print on the back of receipts, and we work with grocery stores, and so we do a lot. What you end up doing is you throw up on somebody and they're going to, wow, that was a lot of information. That's really more than what I wanted. Because if somebody, there's two reasons that somebody's going to ask you what you do. One is they're just trying to be nice to you. They really don't care, and they really don't want your information. Am I right on that? Yes. Most people are just trying to be nice. They really don't care what you do. But there's a handful of people that really are concerned, and they are interested in what you do. So if you use this approach and they genuinely are interested, they're going to tell you, well, I'd really like more information. Here's my card. Can we get together and talk more about it? Yes. So approach number two is if you own a small business, I have an amazing marketing system that drives fresh, new customers to your door. It's another good one. It's very simple. It's easy. You're basically telling them exactly what you do without saying anything. If they're interested, they're going to ask you for more information. The third one I really like a lot. I work with small businesses, and I show them a unique way to get thousands of new customers to give them a competitive edge in the marketplace. The last two of these I really like the best. Number two, I really like. It's very short, sweet, and to the point. It's not even 15 seconds, but I do like the third one. But my recommendation is write one of these down, pick one that you like. Keep it always in the back of your mind. When somebody talks to you and says, hey, what do you do? Well, here's what I do. If you own a small business, I have an amazing marketing system that drives fresh traffic and new customers to your door. That's what I do. Wow, okay, I'd like to learn more about that marketing system. And then there you go. So that's it. Let's get into grocery calls and prospecting. This is one of the things that we do. For many people, this is not really going to apply, but we want to go through this very quickly. It's grocery calls and prospecting. Because we do this, we print ads on the back of grocery receipts. We may land a grocery chain in your backyard, and this would be available to you. You don't have to sell all the ads because we literally have a what we call a logistics program where we open that whole market up to marketing people, advertising agencies, other marketing companies, yourself, other direct mail companies. We will open the doors so that they all, if they have a customer and they want to sell them just one or two ads to go into that grocery chain on the receipts, they can do it. They can make their money, they pay us, we make our money, and it works. But let's get into this. Let's say that you're prospecting and you want to sell an ad. You talk to, let's say, a pizza restaurant. They answer the phone. They're going to say, hey, this is Andrew's Pizza. You're going to say, hi, is the manager owner available that I can speak with? They're going to say, can I tell them what this is about? You're going to say, we are printing and promotions company, and I have an offer for him. Is he busy? Or he'll say he's busy. Can you leave a message? That's usually how the conversation goes. You're going to come back and say, sure. Might be easier if I send him a quick email. Do you have that handy? Most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, most small businesses, when you're prospecting, have no problem giving you the owner's email. But they haven't given you his name yet, correct? So they're going to say, sure, it's andypizza@gmail. Okay, I'm assuming his name is Andy. So can I put that in the subject line? Hi, Andy. Yes, his name is Andy. Okay, great. What did I just do there? I just figured out that the owner's name is Andy at Andrew's Pizza. So Andy obviously is the owner. He does own Andrew's Pizza. So now I also have his email. I've made some pretty serious progress here. I can hang up and I'd be very happy with putting them on my prospect sheet so that when I call back, I can now ask for Andy. So you, okay, got it. It's Andy, right? And they're going to say yes. Email to Andy is on the bottom, which we recommend. Hi, Andy, I just left you a voice message. Would you have any interest in being the only pizza shop? We like to promote exclusivity in almost everything that we do. So exclusivity is really a big thing. And it's a buzzword and it gets people's attention. How would you like to be the only pizza shop that we work with in the Wyoming area? This program is exclusive and runs for 2 months, and I promise it won't break your bank. Let me know if I could show you some samples of what we do. I'd like to meet with you. If you talk with somebody who is a decision maker, repeat above verbally, but emphasize exclusivity, as we just mentioned, our low cost, promote to all our shoppers for 2 months on 31,250 receipts. Number 3, push for an appointment. Always push for an appointment and show that way you can get in front of them and show the samples. I am really big on pushing for an appointment. I want to get in front of somebody for one reason is I like to show them our quality of our printing. We blow people away with the quality of our printing. I'd also like to be able to close on them. Number 4, price. We normally charge $7.25 for open rate. This is a one-time run, but I can offer you our contract rate for $3.95. That would be running 4 times or 4 quarters. And when we renew the round, you can opt in and guaranteed rate of $3.95. Close. How do you close on them? We have a few spots left. I always like to say, I don't care if I got 1 or 2 spots or I got 1 spot left or 10 spots left. We have a few spots left. We'd love to get blank in one of those spots. Sandy's hair salon in one of those spots because they do really well with us in lots of markets. Can we meet today or tomorrow? I want to get into prospecting, and this is really important because this is what we do in almost everything that we do, working a category. If you're making phone calls and you're doing some prospecting, let's start there. I'm on Google, and as you noticed in the top here, we have a search bar. And I put in auto repair, as you can see, auto repair, Grand Rapids, Michigan, and then a drop-down box comes up. I select that and I hit enter. And once I hit enter, then this is what comes up. And so now auto repair for Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I'm on the Google Maps. And if you notice down below the Google map, you'll see Community Auto Repair, Christian Brothers Automotive Repair, Russ and Ron's Auto Service. So you can blow this map up or you can shrink it down, but there's your list right there. You've got their phone number, everything that you need, and I just typically go right down the list and I start working a category. We work categories. It's a good way to stay organized. And in a second, you'll see a form that we use that we can send you, and we're going to actually be sending everybody, is that you can print out on your own computer, just a way to stay organized so that, work all the pizza shops. Then when you're done with that, and you can start automotive, you can start calling on all of these, hair salons. You can put anything you want in that search category. But I think it's really smart to work by category. Because that way you know that you're developing a list of all of the category people, the business owners and the email addresses and everything that you're going to do when you call and you're trying to get that person's information. So as we work that list, and you'll notice on the left hand side there's all of the contacts for that, and usually it's a lot, and the as you scroll down, the map will actually adjust. If there's 200, they'll probably put about 25 or 30 on a page, and then as you scroll down, your map page will actually adjust accordingly to all as you go down the different pages of it. But there you go, working a category. And so now you can actually, you're set up like instantly to start making calls. I recommend having a category worksheet with you when you do this, so you can just kind of literally start filling in the blanks when you make your calls. I like calling, and I'll tell you why. I can make 100 calls in a day a lot quicker than you can go out and knock on doors and hit 20 businesses. And I don't burn up any gas. And I can do this every single day, even if I just do it for 1 hour. For 1 hour a day, I can prospect from my phone, from my desk, using Google Maps and just working a category. I can work a different category every day if I choose, but I just have to make sure that I'm writing down the names, the email addresses that I'm capturing, and following up. Working a category. No matter if you're attending a meeting or pitching someone, always use the same format, meeting. What do? I'm insurance, cool. Do you advertise much to promote your business? Do you ever look for exclusive opportunities where you're the only insurance guy? I always like to use that because people don't think that way. When they're thinking about advertising, they don't think exclusivity. Why? Because it's never offered to them. It's very rare that you would go into Valpak and find one Chinese restaurant or one roofing guy or one carpet cleaning. It's just not offered to people. They just assume that they have competition and they're just going to have to suck it up and deal with the competition. We can offer exclusivity, and I think that's a big thing to close on. If you're on the phone, are you open to exclusive opportunity to promote your business to thousands of shoppers in the Wyoming area? And join several meetup groups near you. And so when I prospect, I am right now in Grand Rapids, Michigan, a member of 5 different meetup groups. I recommend in every one of your market areas, if you're in Lansing, Michigan, or if you're in Toledo, or if you're in Cincinnati, go to meetup.com and create an account. It's free. And in the search bar, put in business, and you will find anything and everything related. You're going to find marketing groups. These are business owners that want to get together and talk about marketing. There's a little hint there for you guys. That is a dynamite place to connect with people. You're going to find business management. You're going to find IT marketing, web design, everything related to business that you want to get plugged into, because you're always going to be connecting with business owners and decision makers that are going to these meetings because they're looking for a way to make their business better. Well, guess what? We have the solution. We have solutions to make their business better. They just don't know about us yet. So I love Meetup. I go to all the meetings. I think the meetings are really powerful. I encourage you to get plugged in with Meetup and start going to those meetings. The meetings come up, you put them in your calendar, you schedule it out and go to them and start networking. Working a category on Craigslist. This is probably kind of a fun thing to do. A lot of people don't know about this. Craigslist is packed full of ways to connect with business owners. So you go to Craigslist.com, under services, you're going to see a whole bunch of different business categories there of ways that you can connect with businesses that are looking for customers. And you'll notice under services, we've got that circle there. So I'm going to flip over here. Under computer services, we clicked on computer services under the services category. And what I did is I put computer repair. I typed it in, as you'll see it's circled there. So I just thought, I'm under computer service, I'm gonna look for people that deal with computer repair because they might be a good prospect for wanting to advertise with us, especially for our B2B mailer. Pay attention to this. This is great marketing for our B2B mailer. You can find a lot of businesses or business services that are marketing to other businesses their product. Web design, there's a hint. Computer repair, IT, communications. POS, point of services, or merchant services, cell phones. They're all in here, and you can connect with them. And so as you can see in the screen here, computer repair, I put it in there, and you can see what came up in my search, and then you can send them, you just click on their message, and you can send them a quick email and just say, hey, I found you in here. I would like to learn, and this is how I do it. I want to know more about their business. So who doesn't want to talk about their business? And so when I approach them, I just say, hey, I'm Dan Cheadle. I'm with a company called Tape Traffic. I would like to learn more about your business. I think that we might have some things in common, and I might be able to help you get some more customers. Could we do a 10-minute phone call so I could learn more about what you're looking for and what types of customers I could refer to you? So what a great way to open it up, and trust me, they will call you and they will want to talk to you. So suggested email message, you can copy and paste to as many prospects on Seal as you want. And the cool thing about this, you just copy it and you can paste it. So hi, I found your ad on Seal. I'm looking to connect with a computer repair guy. Would you be open to a very unique opportunity that would be exclusive to you only? You would be the only computer repair guy we promote to all of our shoppers in the Wyoming market. This opportunity would run for 2 months. In the Spin 15 case, it would be 3 months. It'd be a quarter. If you're running ads for a grocery store, it'd be 2 months. It is super reasonable and would not break your bank. Interested in my information. I also have a different approach that I use besides this one, and that is a little bit shorter. I found your ad on Craigslist, and I would like to learn more about your business. I think we have some common interests. I'd like to learn more about how I could refer you customers, and I'd like to learn more about your business. So please call me. And so when you tell them you want to learn about their business, everybody wants to talk about their business, and they will be happy to contact you. So in wrapping up on working a category in Craigslist, I put in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the top. Here is, if you are trying to build a sales team, there's just a little nugget. And we may have even met with some of you already through this way of connecting. And this is something that a lot of companies are not aware of, is that people are able to upload their resumes to Craigslist. And if you look at the very bottom, you'll see resumes. I have that circled. You can connect with them. So in this case, I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan, in Craigslist. I go down to the very, this is like the front page or the home page where everything starts with Craigslist for my area. So I'm in Grand Rapids. This would be the front home page for Grand Rapids. At the very bottom is resumes. And you'll see that, and you click on that. And then what I can do is, in resumes, I can type in the search bar where it says sales. And then under sales, you're going to see people that are actually looking for something that's sales related. And I can connect and send them a message. As you can see, the ad down below, interested in sale position. And so we'll connect with that person, send them a quick message saying, hey, I'd like to learn more about what kind of sales you're looking for. We might have something that you might be interested in. And so there we go. So this is going to be the first part of our series. This is part 1. You can go back, you can watch it again, but finally a break. And we'll wrap this part 1 up, and then we're going to resume. And the next link that you can click on will be the beginning of part 2.